everything. Right now, school school just opened, you understand. I'm attending classes, and also I have my other responsibilities, you understand. I have my groups that require my attention full time, you understand. So I won't post every day, you understand. That is what I wanted to clarify, you understand, Panthers. Now, as a violated Panthers, those that are interested in joining the main group or the lessons group or the mentorship program, Panthers, it is very, very beneficial for you. Some of you, I get texts whereby Panthers don't understand. They are asking me, Panthers, today, am I supposed to give you that answer? You understand? There's no I can give you that answer. My work here on YouTube is just to provide you the recap, how these numbers behaved yesterday, and then where are they coming from. You understand? Now, if you want to be given everything on a silver platter, you know what you have to do. Pandas, the lesson scope, it is very, very beneficial for you to gain the skills, because I'm going to teach you a lot of numbers. You know, Catch me on Echo Sundays on Facebook. Now let us get on with it and see how these numbers behave. Whereby online it was whereby one number is maintained, one number requires cropping. I think in all these numbers, you understand. Now, Pandas, remember, I'm the one who invented this poison, you understand. I understand it better when it comes to cropping and all those things, you understand. Recently, we have had numbers that are playing directly from the code. Let's say we might have a code of 433. What played is 43 and 3, you understand. That is what we are saying. But then what I've highlighted is that every month UK has its own surprises, né? That is what those are the things that you're supposed to learn. You might be familiar with, you know what, I have to break a code, but if it's that day, there's no need for you to break your code. Now let us go on the 17. Let us go on the 17. In fact, let us start here. Online Cham, the 18, we had 12, 19, 20, 26, 35, 47, and a bonus poll of 11. Now, on tea time, we had 11, 20, 24, 31, 39, 47, and a bonus poll of what? And a bonus poll of 10. Now, Panthers, we're going to go on the first numbers. Our first numbers, even though I'm no longer using first numbers, I now use a different method, a different strategy, but then it is still the DRS. It has to do with what? A formula. It has to do with what? With our formula. Now, the first number of 12, then first number of 5. Now we are going to go to our app, our results. We are going to check for when was the last time that 12 and 5 played as what, as first numbers directly in that pattern. I think this one is played on the 4th of January. Let us go on the 4th of January. Now, on the 4th of January, we see 12 and 5 is a brown ball. 12 is a brown ball and 5 is also a brown ball. They played this one. They played this our first numbers. Now, I go back and derive a shortcut formula. I'm going to say now 31 minus 4 plus 1 plus 29 and minus our current date. We get a difference of what? We get a difference of 39. Remember, as what I've said to you. We saw these numbers playing as what? One number is maintained, one number requires cropping. Now, Panthers, I want you to understand one thing. Now, when you calculate a code that requires cropping, you are not going to miss by a mile. You are not going to miss by a mile. I don't know if I am understanding, if I am explaining perfectly. If you are supposed to miss a number, you must miss by an inch, only one. You understand? That is the number that really require cropping. There's no way that you can calculate a number that requires you to crop by 2 by 5. No, it does not work like that. I'm going to show you an example. Now we have a difference of 39. A difference of 39, we are going to say 3 plus 9, it is what? 3 plus 9, it is 12. 3 plus 9, it is 12. And then 3 multiplied by 9, it is what? It is 27. Now from a 39, we have calculated 12, and also we have calculated a 27. Now let us compare. Remember what I've told you, partners. I've told you that the number we have calculated, mostly the number that requires cropping. Now let us go on lunchtime. We see that we have calculated 12 and 27, but then what had played was 12 and 26. These are the number that really require cropping. You don't miss by a mile, you only miss by an inch. You understand? Whereby you have to crop 27 into 26. But then there's also a pattern. There is also a pattern that you need to understand about your cropping. There's also a pattern that you need to understand about your cropping. Now you have matched only one number, which is 12, and then you fail to crop 26. Now that was lunchtime. That was all lunchtime. Now we go to our tea time. We go back to our tea time. Now remember, we hit our first numbers, which is 12 and 5. We now say 12 plus 5, it is 17. And then we say 12 minus 5, it is 7. Now from 12 and 5, we have calculated 17, and also we've calculated 7. Now we're going to check for a throw by 17 and 7 it played. I think it was on the 22nd of January. Let us go on the 22nd of January. On the 22nd, 22 January, we are going to check for 7 and 17. Now we are going to see that on the 22nd, 17 was the first number that was thrown on the machine, while 7 was the last number. Now we go back and we derive our shortcut formula. We say now 31 minus 22 plus 1 plus 29 minus 18. It gives me a difference of what? It gives me a difference of 21. It gives me a difference of 21. 21 I multiply by what? I multiply by 18. It gives me a code of 378. I said 3 multiplied by 7, it is 21. 3 multiplied by 8, it is what? It is 24. From 3, 7, 8, we have calculated 21, and also we have calculated 24. Now let us go and compare which numbers played, and then which numbers required cropping on tea time. We have calculated 21 and 24, but then what played was 20 and 24. You don't have a bad luck. You don't have a bad luck, Panthers. You just need to understand how to crop your number. And when you understand you have calculated, you need to understand when is it that you have calculated a code that require cropping. You understand? As a violated, Panthers, those things are going to require a lot of lessons. Now let me take it a step further just to show you how great I am when it comes to these numbers. Now we are going to switch the stands. We are going to go on the middle number. We are going to go on the middle number that's played on the 17th lunchtime. We see, okay, we're having a middle number of 34. Now the middle number of 34, we are going to separate 8 into 3 and 4, and then we are going to check for 3 and 4. Now 3 and 4, it guided me to on the 20. It guided me on the 20th of January. It guided me on the 20th of January. It guided me to a draw on the 20th of January. Now, on the 20th of January, we see that on lunchtime we had 3, that was the first number, and 4, it was what? It was now we are going to gives me what? It gives me 552. On 552, I'm going to say 5 multiplied by 5, it is 25. And then we're going to say 5 multiplied by 2, it is 10. Now we have calculated from a code of 552, we have calculated 25, and also we have calculated 10. Now let us compare which numbers played on tea time. We see we have 10, which is a bonus, and then we have 25. 25 did not play, but then what played was what? Was 24. That is cropping. If you miss your numbers, you are going to miss only by an inch. You need to understand when to crop and how to crop. Those are the things that I can't give you on a silver platter. You're going to make a decision and you join the lesson scope. That's when I can give you everything on a silver platter. 10 and 25. Now let me take it a step further. This number mostly they played when they played on tea time. Now we are going to switch the stance a bit. We say 12. Remember our first numbers, né? We say 12 plus 5 it equals to 17. Now I'm going to separate a 17 into 1 and 7. Now a 1 and 7 they played when they played on the 17th of January. Let us go on the 17th of January. Yeah, on the 17th of January we are going to check for 1 and 7 on the 17th. Here on the 17th we see that it played as the first and the second number. Now I'm going to derive my shortcut formula. I say 31 minus 17 plus 1 plus 29 minus 18. It gave me a difference of 26. If you can recall, at first we calculated 12 and 27. 12 and 27. Now we have calculated what? We've calculated a difference of 26. Now the 26 is cropping what? It is cropping that 12. It is cropping that 27. Now instead of 12 and 27, you now have 12. Now let us go on our results. Instead of 2432, 24. You don't have a bad luck. You just need to understand your numbers better. Now we have a difference of 26, right? The difference of 26 we multiplied by our year, our current year, which is 2024. We get a code of 624. 6 multiplied by 2 is 12, and then 6 multiplied by 4 it is what? 6 multiplied by 4 it is 24. From 6 to 4 we have calculated 12, and also we have calculated 12, and also we have calculated 24. We have calculated 12 and 24, but then what played was 11 and 24. What played was 11 and 24. What played was 11 and 24, and then we have 12 and 24. That is what I wanted to highlight. Pandas, when it comes to cropping, you don't miss by a mile. You only miss by an inch. Now let's say you cropped your numbers perfectly. These are the numbers that you are going to have. We have the 24 that is mostly maintained from these numbers. We're going to have 24, 31, and then we're going to say 24, 11, 24, 11, and also we're going to have 24, 10, and also we have 24, 20. That means we have 31, 11, 10. 24, we have 31, 11, 10, and 20. How many numbers? 11, 20, 24, 31, and 10. I've calculated about 5 numbers. I think 5 numbers are equivalent to 50,000 odds. You understand? If you crop your numbers perfectly, you understand? Remember, what I've told you before. My main focus is here. Seeing how these numbers played yesterday, I'm more than tempted to try them today. You understand? The odds are now high, Pandas. The odds are now high. So I'm more than motivated to calculate today's draw and make money out of it. You understand? Pandas, as I've highlighted before, I'm the inventor of this poison. The DRS it can never be understood if it is not by me. Now, as I've highlighted, Pandas, those that wishes to be on the main group, the lessons group, it is very, very beneficial. If you have passion for numbers, you are going to come right. If you have passion for numbers, you are going to come right with these numbers, Pandas. As I've highlighted, Pandas, thank you for liking, thank you for commenting, thank you for subscribing. Keep on doing so, Pandas. Now, and also good luck when it comes to today's draw. Remember to stake what you can afford to lose, and never mistake any of my videos as the current draw predictions, but then they are what? They are a recap. Thank you, Pandas, and God bless.